Creatine. Now, is this going to be something that's good for cyclists, for endurance athletes? Well, let me tell you this. For track cycling, I think it's pretty important to have in there. Cut a long story short, chuck it in. Creatine came to prominence around 92, the Barcelona Olympics. The trouble with that is that it got a bit of a bad reputation because it is 100% natural product. It's produced by the body in small amounts, but with people like Linford Christie, failed the drug test in 88, didn't get a ban, and then he failed the drug test on the eve of his retirement in 98. Now, with people like him getting it a bigger name, people then put 2 and 2 together and got 5, 6, 7, 8. They started really just going OTT with their thoughts. Now, creatine. The body has something called adenosine diphosphate. Now, energy is produced when this gets put with another thing called phosphate. That produces adenosine triphosphate. Trying to keep this nice and simple for you. Now, we've got creatine phosphate here, which essentially links with that adenosine and creates energy. It creates ATP. If your body had no ATP, you'd be dead. We don't want that to happen. Supplementing with creatine, as I said, in diets and things like that, it's a very small amount. Supplementing with creatine can actually increase the stores in the muscle by about 20%. So what that is, it is that sprinting power. So when you see someone going around the track and they're just going for a sprint effort right at the end or anything like that, trying to get a lap ahead of the opposition. In the gym, they're trying to really push forward and get those extra reps. That's creatine kicking in, the creatine phosphate system. That system can only be held for about 5, 15, 16 seconds maximum. And it takes, 12 to 15 minutes to regenerate fully. So having those extra stores in your muscle is going to be vital. And I would honestly supplement with that regardless. Now, what it is important to remember, because it has also got a bad rep with regards to water retention. Creatine is going to draw that water right into your muscles, where it's going to do a lot of good. Endurance though. There's not really any studies to suggest it's going to be good for endurance. However, when you get people like Cav that's going to have the sprint finishes and everything like that, when you go through the endurance and suddenly there's a sprint to overtake, creatine can come in well there, come in very handy. So it could be an idea to put it in there, but as I say, the studies aren't 100% aimed at endurance, more for the sprinting, more for track and things like that. How do we take it? Well, I suggest usually you can either just take it 5 grams a day, load it up in 4 weeks and you're fine, you're nice and full, and just continue at it like that. Some people say cycle on, cycle off. Personally, just keeping on it is it's a good way to keep your muscles loaded with your creatine source. Some people say load up 20 grams for each day for the first week. Don't take it all at once because chances are it can give you gastrointestinal distress, and we don't want that because you'll be sprinting to the toilet and not around the track. Not good. So 20 grams a day for the first week, then go for 5 grams a day thereafter. Now, people previously had reported kidney problems. When you look at the studies, none of the studies suggest this. And nowadays, it's actually been completely ruled out. So I want to get that clear. It is not going to give you any issues with your kidneys. Okay? 100% certain about that. So, creatine. Is it good? Is it bad? I think it's vital.